Hello, friends. This is Tony Dizant, space rocker of the planet Earth. Back today with another live streaming video. And like always, I want to say hi to everybody. I want to say hi to all the people around the world that follow my music and follow my videos. I know who you are, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I'm going to leave a little time to let people come in because what we're going to talk about today is quite important, especially for all you younger generation out there. I'm talking to all you guys, maybe 15 and over, 20 and over, 25 and over, 30 and over. All the youngsters out there, the people, the young, the young generation that's gonna carry us on. I believe it's one of the most important generations there is because those are the people that are gonna take care of us. And I do realize that, and we have to do good for you. That's one of the reasons I have this channel right here, to educate you and not to let anybody fool you. You see? Because the message for today, the topic that we're going to talk about after I briefly go through the daily news and one of the most important news that went on today is this. It's not that important. See? It's not that important. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more in a few minutes. If you stick around, this is going to be good. This is going to be great, actually. And you're going to learn a lot from this. Especially, like I said, all you youngsters out there, 20, 25, 30, even 40. You know, all of you out there, the guys that are coming up, the guys that are hustling and bustling. Yeah, all of you. This is going to be good for you. What I'm about to talk about is going to be good for you. So pay attention. The topic of today is going to be, it's not that important. It's not that important because it really isn't. But today they had the superficial news, the fake news, whatever you want to call it, entertainment news, the news that they talk to you about to try to deviate you from the truth and to actually manipulate your mind. Okay? Guess what? They said today that they had a leak, an accidental leak at the Supreme Court website. And it had to do with an abortion law in Idaho. Well, then I was talking about yesterday about a supposedly vice presidential candidate from Idaho that might be selected to be the vice presidential candidate for the Republican Party. So, what does this mean? What does this mean? It means what it does mean. Look, they want Idaho in your tongue. And all of a sudden, somebody did it. I don't know who, but somebody leaked some information from the Supreme Court website about some abortion law. And the details, you can find out the details, but look, It's not a coincidence. Okay? And I know some of you youngsters can care less about the Supreme Court, can care less about the laws. I understood that, yeah, I understood that when I was 20 years old, you know, maybe I did care a little bit about it, but I didn't care about as much as I do now. And of course, I can't say you 20, 30 years old to be involved in whatever it is that the Supreme Court has to say. But it's not a coincidence, see? So if somebody leaks some information about the Supreme Court, about some abortion law in Idaho, and they want you to have Idaho on your mouth, and then the former president has a candidate from Idaho, a junior senator from Idaho called J.D. Vance. So whoever leaked this information, we know who they're trying to portray, or they try to advance. What kind of agenda they trying to advance? So does this actually helps the White House, the Biden administration going on to the debate tomorrow? I don't think so. I think the White House has to stay away from it, because if they don't stay away from it, then, and if they start digging on it and everything like that, then all they're going to do is they're going to promote Idaho and Idaho laws and Idaho, Idaho. Like J.D. Vance, potential vice P, VP presidential candidate for the Republican Party. And so you get my idea. My idea is this: nothing that goes on in the fake news is a coincidence. It's all involved to manipulate your mind, to manipulate you and put Idaho on your tongue, on your mind, so that you can, okay, well, this guy might have something to do with, being a vice presidential candidate. Maybe he's good enough. He's trying to do something for the women and all this stuff. Well, I don't know if to go as far as that, but it's not a coincidence, okay? Whatever the superficial fake news or the entertainment news or whatever you want to call it, the clown show wants to do is manipulate your mind, and manipulate your mind in the way they want to. And if you don't look hard enough, you can get manipulated. So I hope you don't. But whoever it is that did this, shame on you. You don't have to be. I mean, since when did we know anything about the Supreme Court ever? I didn't know anything. But now with social media, and now they have a website, and a lot of things can go in there. People can go in there and hack and do all kinds of stuff. So this is the time we're living in. There's nothing to be hidden under the sun. So let's go into my teachings for today, because I have something to teach you today. If you pay attention, if you pay attention and you stay here, I hope you do. It's not that important. That's the lesson for today. It's not that important. Why isn't that important? Because it's not. Look, whatever it is that you have in your mind and whatever it is that you want to accomplish, I'm saying go for it. Do it with all your passion and all your heart. But knowing something, knowing that is really not that important. Why? Because it is not. And it took me a long time to figure it out. And I hope it doesn't take you that long because you're listening to this right now and you will listen to it forever. Because I'm going to post it and I'm going to have it there forever for you to see. And as a space rocker of the planet Earth, I'm telling you that it's really not that important. Nothing actually is really that important in life. That's why you have all these superficial people right now and all these superficial youngsters, you know, 15-year-olds, 14-year-olds, I don't know, maybe 13-year-olds going on Instagram and all this stuff. And I have 500,000 subscribers. And I have 500,000 followers. And I have 1 million followers. And I'm selling you everything I got online. And I'm an influencer. And you can't touch me because I'm so and so. And this and that. Well, I got news for you. Even like, I'll give you an example. Taylor Swift, Shakira, Beyonce, the Kardashians, all these women that have a lot of power in music. And I relate everything to music because I'm a musician. So listen to this. There's people that don't even know who they are. You heard me. There's people that don't even know who they are. And you are running like crazy and you're camping out trying to get a ticket for your idol that you want to go see and that you want to listen to their music and their show and everything. And it's not really that important. In fact, 20 years from now, maybe it won't even be that important. All this stuff. And of course, music is very different these days. And that's the reason why I don't really, 10 years ago, I was about to hang it up. Because I say, what's the difference? There's a guy from the Smashing Pumpkins in 2000 that said, music is going to be free from now on. And he was partially right. Music is basically free because people that like it are the ones that try to get it for free. And very few people are contributing to the artist, to the true artist. And of course, there's so many of them because now with social media and all the platforms and everything, you can be whatever you want to be in any field that you want to be. And of course, I'm not saying don't go for your dream, don't go for what you want to do in life. No, it's the total opposite. You need to go for it. You need to know that you can make it. All you have to do is keep trying and keep doing it. And eventually it will become true. Whatever it is that you want to do in life, it will become true if you work hard enough. But don't get it into your head to the point where you're going to say, like, oh, I got 1 million followers. You're nothing. You're nothing. I got 1 million followers. Who cares you got 1 million followers? Good for you, right? But don't brag about it, okay? Because it's really not that important. It's really not that important. And actually, nothing in life is that important except one thing. If you can't breathe, that's important. But if you're breathing and you got a roof over your head and you got food and you got friends, that's that should be enough. Knowing that nothing is really that important in life. Nothing it is. Because once we're gone, unless you get into the history books, nobody really gonna know who you are. And some people work extensively hard and never make it to the history books. So what's the what's the lesson here? The lesson is this. Things that are really important are only important to you and to you only because we are all different. So what happens is we are completely different from everybody else. Okay? And the things that are important to us are not important to anybody else. And like I said, it took me a long time to figure this thing out. I gotta take this. But it wasn't that important. That's the thing I'm telling you about. Because it's nothing important in life. Only the things that are important to you. That's it. And since we are all different, we're all individually different from our eyes to our, you know, our fingerprints and everything. We are different. We're a special mold. We are constructed by the Supreme in a special mold. And we're about to be, we're already over 7 billion of us running on this planet at forgot how many miles an hour we're going around the sun. 14,000 or something. I'm not sure, but can't keep up with all those numbers. Anyways, the lesson for today is this. It's not that important. Even if you like an influencer or you have the best of this or the best of that, or you have a special talent that came from the Supreme. Somebody gave it to you, you know? You work hard on it and you develop it, but it was given and you have to appreciate it. So, yes, the Supreme, there it is. I want to say hi to everybody. I want to say hi to all the people that stay there and listen to this broadcast today because this is really important. And what's really important is that in life, there's nothing that important. And that's what you need to know, what you need to understand. Now, like I said before, in space music and in all music, to be able to become a space rocker, you have to know this. Science fiction is only fiction until it's done. There's only 12 notes. That's it. In music and space music and all music, there's only 12 notes. And what's the third one? Let's say it's not that important. But there's one thing important that you have to know. And that is gravity is real. Other than that, you don't have to worry about anything else. And if you want to excel in life, you want to do well, you want to be whatever you want to be, it's good to pursue it. And it's great to accomplish it because the feeling inside of your heart is so gratifying. I could tell you from experience. But you don't have to put down the other person, or you don't have to put down this other guy because he hasn't reached the pinnacle that you have reached. Maybe he doesn't want to do it. Maybe he just want to be a regular Joe. Because for him, it's not that important. And then for you, it shouldn't be that important because nothing in his life is really important. It's only important to you individually. And with this one, I'll say hi to all the people around the world that follow my music and follow my videos. I know who you are, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's about 30 million of you peeking out on my channel right now. And I tell you what, it feels good because you're listening. But like I said, it's not really that important. But this transmission will be here forever. And if you stumble upon it, know this. Science fiction is only fiction until it's done. Nothing is impossible. In music or space music or any kind of music, there's only 12 notes. But everything can be ruined, turned off by one thing. Gravity is real. You cannot mess with gravity. You can try to go on zero gravity. And I have a song called Making Love in Zero Gravity, which is a fantasy of the ultimate ideation. But it's not that important. And with this one, I want to say hi to all the people that just got in. This is going to be important. Go back and listen to it. This is Tony Dizant, space rocker of the planet Earth, still living in this beautiful planet called Earth. Today, with the message of, it's not that important. I'll see you on my next video.